Welcome to Minimalist Thoughts, where we apply the principles of minimalism to all aspects of life so that you can have a purpose-driven journey. Hi, today we're going to talk about decluttering the cells in our body. So how do we go about decluttering the cells? We've heard about decluttering our house, our office, our car. Well, there is a process to declutter the cells in our body, and it's called autophagy. We've heard about the Marie Kondo methodology, where we look at old clothes, we look at stains on the walls, we look at furniture that's broken, and we recycle, we repurpose, and essentially end up with a nice, efficient home. Well, what if we could do the same for the cells in our body? How do we, in our body, get from old cells that need to be replaced, to a more efficient functioning cell? Similarly to how we do with our house, where we clean up, we declutter, and we get to a nice, clean-looking, modern place. Well, in 2016, a person named Yoshinori Oshumi won the Nobel Prize for medicine. And the reason he got the Nobel Prize was for his discovery about the mechanisms of autophagy. So he documented how autophagy would work. The National Cancer Institute has actually come up with a very clean and precise definition for autophagy. And I think it's important that in order to understand this process, we do a little deep dive into the definition from the National Cancer Institute, which is part of the NIH. So let's look at some of these important things that are in the definition of autophagy. And I'm going to read some of these things to you. It's a process by which a cell breaks down and destroys old, damaged, or abnormal proteins. And then these products are recycled for important cell functions. And a lot of this happens during periods of stress or starvation. So here's the important thing. This process can actually destroy old and damaged proteins within our body. Also, autophagy can destroy bacteria and viruses that cause infection. Just think about this sentence, how powerful it is that there's a process inside our body that can destroy viruses and can destroy bacteria that cause infection. It is just amazing. From a cancer perspective, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword in that it can prevent normal cells from becoming a cancerous cell, which is quite great because that's something that we all want. At the same time, there seems to be some evidence that autophagy could protect a cell that has already been infected by cancer. So there's still some research that needs to be done in this area to find out more information around cancer. More importantly, autophagy can also affect the body's immune system, its response against viruses, bacteria, and cancer cells. So what is autophagy? It comes from the word auto, which means self, and phagein, which means eating. So essentially, it's a form where the body eats itself, and it eats the harmful items that are inside our body. So just the same way that we would clean up the house, repaint the walls, remove dirt, junk from the house, the mold, and get rid of some of these items, similarly, in the process of autophagy, the body also gets rid of these items that are harmful to the body. It's kind of working within the body to regenerate and renew the cells so that they can be more efficient and help us fight infections. So, some research and practical evidence has shown that there are strong links to fasting. As we saw earlier, that the reduction in caloric intake and nutrients can activate autophagy. So fasting has been known to activate autophagy, which is essentially the destruction of certain damaged cells and the regeneration of new cells. So within intermittent fasting, 1 day fast, and more importantly, 36, 48, and even 5 day fasting have been seen to enhance the autophagy process. So it is basically a natural process that happens within us. However, it is enhanced by fasting, by exercise, possibly medications. We don't know. That's still an area where more information is not available. However, by doing intermittent fasting, we are able to speed up the autophagy within ourselves. It's not really possible to easily measure autophagy, but we can feel its effects. And some of the effects are better brain functions, decrease in blood glucose level, increase in ketone levels, better heart health, diabetes prevention. You start looking better, your skin feels better. You are essentially then living a longer, healthier life. So, what can a person do to bring about autophagy? And it's my opinion that the best way to do this is through intermittent fasting by having 18 plus hour fasts. The item that I would recommend is the OMAD, or 1 meal a day, and if possible, 36 or 48-hour fasts, so that you can bring about the process of autophagy. Obviously, you would want to be on a low calorie, low carb diet. But as you saw, autophagy is an important natural process that can help us destroy some of the damaged cells, some of the infectious cells, to ward off new infection. And what better way for us to live longer, healthier lives than to activate a natural process that is within us already, so that we can live a better life. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below as we continue to give you and offer more and more informative programs.